In the news this week, the government instructs police officers to uphold the freedom to disagree. A group of MPs are seeking to impose same-sex marriage on the Church of England, and a baby deemed to have a less than 10% chance of survival is now 6 months old. Hello. The government has said everyone should be able to engage in lawful debate on controversial issues without police interference. A new code of practice on non-crime hate incidents states that consideration must be given to the legitimate boundaries of debate on important social or political issues where there is likely to be strong differences of opinion. These include the expression of opinions on same-sex marriage and religion, which have specific legal protections campaigned for by the Christian Institute. The government also said personal data should not be recorded over offence caused unless the incident presents a real risk of significant harm to individuals or groups. Home Secretary Suella Braverman said, "People are perfectly entitled to say things about politics, gender and religion that others find offensive. Disagreement is not incitement." A motion on forcing same-sex marriage on the Church of England is to be discussed in Parliament next week. Labour MP Ben Bradshaw is expected to present a motion calling for a bill to enable clergy to conduct same-sex marriages on Church of England premises in certain circumstances. The motion itself cannot change the law, but Bradshaw said he hoped it would be a precursor to actual legislation. This is despite previously saying it was a decision for the Church.
The leadership of the Church of England and of the Roman Catholic churches are not yet prepared to take such a step. That is their prerogative. It's perfectly possible to make the argument that as a particular religion understands it, marriage can only be between a man and a woman.
The Christian Institute's director Colin Hart discussed the significance of Bradshaw's motion with Head of Research Dave Greatorex.
As we know recently, there are a number of very pro-same-sex marriage bishops who wanted the canon law to change, but there isn't the votes in the Church of England. They can't get it through. And so they have tried a different route by having some special prayer of blessing to be brought through. But in fact, the doctrine cannot be changed without the General Synod agreeing it. That's the theory, but this bill completely smashes that. It imposes law onto the Church of England as it bypasses the General Synod. That's the effect.
That's right, yeah.
So that's very serious indeed. It could lead to the unravelling of all protections, really.
Popular arguments used to back assisted suicide are philosophically and legally inconsistent, legal experts have said. Lord Carlisle, KC, a former leader of the Welsh Liberal Democrats, stated, "To permit a third person to end a life with no other physical purpose would be an astonishing departure from our common law and legislative principles." And former Supreme Court Judge Lord Sumption pointed to the glaring inconsistency at the heart of the pro-assisted suicide cause. What is the justification for allowing medically assisted suicide but limiting it to those believed to be close to death or in intolerable pain, actual or prospective? There are so many other reasons why one might want to end one's life. Once the moral barrier has been crossed, what is the logical stopping point? And finally, a baby girl given a less than 10% chance of survival is now 6 months old. Born at 22 weeks in Swansea's Singleton Hospital, Imogen weighed just £1 1 ounce, little more than half a bag of sugar. She initially suffered brain bleeding and sepsis, and although she still requires oxygen, she was able to return home after more than 4 months in hospital. Mum Rachel said, "Imogen has gone through so much and more than we will ever go through in our lifetime, and she smashed it." Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.